All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80! Mike, Blue 80! Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Ready, set!
On first down.
Go, run!
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
I'm going to hit you
the game's
all
first play
day,
produces
baby.
6 yards, brings up second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. Now it's Ryan. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Mike, ready. Mike's 5-4.
I'm trying to collect.
All right, 25.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the catch there.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag
Keep
routes,
playing hard,
you're able
fellas.
to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Let's get it.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It's going to be a late set.
Second down.
It's going to be a long day.
Lockhart.
Run!
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
Come on, baby.
That one
Let's
a
go.
gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
Me and you all day.
Because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
After you.
It'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get the ball, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Campbell making the catch. 22 yards there, a
Let's
first
go.
down.
Let's do this.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays. And whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll be dropped at about
Here
the
comes
11
the
after
boom.
only a
I
yard.
see you, boy. I see you.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's
Mike's
second
59.
and 9.
You ain't going nowhere.
From the shotgun, Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
Mike is 59.
Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. And usually in the direction downfield or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
J.J.
Sack,
Watt,
baby.
he's the
Sack,
culprit,
baby.
and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And And this one is right down Broadway. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender,
get ready,
it's almost like,
get ready.
We only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Here we
Ball
go.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Down. 90 Wolf. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Haywood.
58, right over there. Mike, 58, right there.
Throw on second
Too low,
down.
catch.
Anderson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made this initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
He's going to fire one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Dude, we can't
and a
be
big
stopped.
turnover
You
there
see me
as
out
his
here?
guys
That's
will
right.
get the
We can't be
football
stopped.
back.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Hey, watch the screen,
And, you know,
watch the
certainly
screen.
a lot of football left
Watch
to be
the
played. We're not
screen.
into this yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 57 yards. So we're trying to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
You got him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pass.
On 2nd down now. Lockhart. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
Come on now. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Come on,
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
The slot receiver do the
ready?
same thing. Their quickness, their speed, and their route running.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the
Now
right.
this
Tight on the
one
right.
over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this well past
Let's go,
midfield
boys. Bring it
before
up.
being stopped just before the 35.
Here we
That's
go.
a
Here we
real
go.
nice job right there,
Ten
working the
Lobo.
middle of the field,
Hey,
working against
orbit.
those safeties, and you know, partner,
58.
you get your hips turned the
58
wrong
to
way,
Mike.
big plays can result.
Anderson loses the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll
That's
keep
how
possession.
we do it. That's how
So
we do
it
it.
goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble
Ready?
loss.
70,
Yeah,
Indy.
that stat's big,
Mike,
isn't it?
50.
I mean, I remember
Switch up,
watching
switch
teams
up.
kill,
Kill.
a number of times.
Anderson loses the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did.
Get
so
'em,
they'll keep
boys.
possession.
Yeah, that's how we
Call
do,
it luck or
dude.
skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball.
Set, ready?
I mean, they don't
10
care if it
too
was
soft.
luck or skill.
Hey,
or
Charlie.
the panic that jumps
Hey,
up in
Jet.
your chest
Let go.
when the ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
They'll run on first down. Lockhart. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At the 20-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run it down the gun.
The leg, get there.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
And a first down.
Let's go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air.
59.
But in a sense,
Hey,
it
watch
just
the
sets
slant.
things up for big runs like that. If they're off balance, they pick up another first down with that run.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
All day, baby, all
Well, he's
day.
just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
59, ready.
Because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Mighty Blue 80, white 25, 59. It's a party now. Woo! Blue 80
Now on second and 13, Ryan looking for the end. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Keep doing you, boy.
DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Bears take over.
We got this.
At their own 38-yard line.
Let's go.
The
30
Bears
base.
offense ready to go for
Take
their
your
next
hand,
drive.
Zoom.
And we don't want to call this
No.
desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But
Hey, they
you don't
scared.
want
They
to.
scared.
I know, but
Get it.
Right over there. Yeah.
you're
Mike,
down 3
58, right
scores
there.
already. You've done
Here we go.
nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a
Set.
break earlier in the
Recon,
game. The
132
energy level
fighter.
hasn't been there
8-3.
right from the start.
Switch,
We've
switch.
noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching
Shoot.
instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target. Third down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to
let's
them
go.
every
We got
time he's
this.
dropped the pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He gets White complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for our offense.
Let's go.
23 yards on the play.
3 yards. First down, Chicago.
Here we
This
go.
offense finding its
18
legs
Gator.
now. Here's
Don't get
another
nervous
first and 10.
We ain't beginning to turn you. Don't get
Waiting for the
nervous.
gun. Anderson. This complete to the tight end Clay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy
Keep
of the
playing
5
hard.
at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Anderson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Put that team on the bus.
Now Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Demir Bird, his second touchdown on the season. As they are now here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Browns take over.
There we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Big hit.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down,
Here we go again. Here we go.
On second down, Lockhart. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Get that ball, D.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to creep.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
You
Come on, we're seeing it right here.
60
There's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Come on. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Going deep for his tight end club. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. A minute 50 to go here in the first half.
You crazy. You crazy, boy. You crazy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs.
Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Second and 2.
Baby.
And for
Get
the
him, boy.
third time here
Get him,
this half,
boy.
it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So this struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach.
And he loses the football the second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys hit bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to let it go deep, and it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Let's do it.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
No doubt about it. You ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
26 yards. First down, Bears.
Okay, break.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
1, 2, 3. Big rip.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And that is incomplete.
Your boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from.
Unable to connect
Set,
on that
ready?
one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
Let's go.
Now.
Yes, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach it?
Yeah, baby!
Will they
Yeah!
be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
Check.
And I never want wanting to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't
Let's go,
want
fellas.
to create more hype than what is there. But this is a
ready,
really
ready.
doing it, though. This is a
What we
really
got? What we
important
got?
drive.
What we got?
And we often talk about
Hey,
teams
Delta.
scripting plays to start a game.
50's the mic.
A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something
Let's go,
that
D,
they
let's
expect
go.
to get them into the end zone and
Hey, let's
back
get
into
there.
this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. You know, despite the scoreline,
Oh, yeah.
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road
go.
and just
And
one
two
big
stop.
play away from
X3.
getting right back in this
218,
game.
Now,
chop.
we'll follow right along
Just like
with
that.
you because
Check 50.
Ready, ready.
what they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means
work, boys.
you're
Let's go,
one
let's
big
go.
score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make
30
that
base.
play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So a 1st and 10
Five,
upcoming
five.
from Browns
50's the
territory
mic.
now.
50's the mic.
Right at the
65.
40. Anderson
65.
from the gun. He'll throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he gets this
Come
one
on, baby, let's
inside
go.
the
Get excited.
15,
Let's go,
just
let's
a
go.
yard or two shy of the 10. A really good
Ready,
pickup
break.
of 28
Well, 58's
yards.
the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Golf, golf.
58.
Five.
58 the
Anderson
mic.
now.
You must
On
be
first and
getting
10.
tired of seeing me.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
We call that a
Christian
sack block.
Covington. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the
Here
year.
goes that.
And the job
8-3.
becomes twice as difficult
Ricky.
now after the
Mike
sack. It's
50,
2nd
Mike
and 20.
50.
Go, go.
Hey, exit. Go.
50, Mike 50.
Hey, tight, tight.
Say go.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to be brought down just shy
Yo
of the
trip
5
is
at
here,
the
baby.
6.
Yo trip is
They get
here.
16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
But it's 3rd down.
For the Browns,
50,
a
plant.
nickel set
Go.
here on 3rd
It's
down.
our time. It's our time.
Hey, 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 hey. 50.
Get it.
50's the mic.
Anderson
He can't hang.
operating from the gun.
He's not gonna
to
get me.
the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick. Not enough space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he
We
ultimately
played to
would have
win.
been, and he's
Let's
simply taken
go.
a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
59.
And on the last go-around, they really
Man, I
couldn't
got
get
you, I got you, I
anything
got you, I got you.
Deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Mike is
and hopefully
59.
flip the
Mike
field.
is 59.
Just something to
Got
build
one, I got
off of.
one.
That's what they're looking for. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get it up just
Let's go,
short of the
let's go,
45
let's go.
at the 44. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
59, ready. Right 25.
You're trash, you're trash.
On 1st down, Lockhart. A good run there on 1st down. And
You don't want no
it'll leave them
problems.
with a 2nd and 2.
You don't want no problems with me.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to
59.
exploit right there.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On 2nd and a couple, Ryan. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go down inside the 45
All day,
before
baby.
going
Let's
out
go.
of bounds.
Let's
4
go.
yards the pickup,
Ready.
1st down.
59, 59.
Hey, we gotta get to the ball, D. We gotta get to the ball.
They'll run on 1st down.
Run, 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 run.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a place that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. But
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Nice completion there.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And the catch made by Hopkins. 13 yards to pick up there.
Let's
Good
go,
for
baby.
Cleveland first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying,
tight,
why
tight
don't you
down,
cover
tight down.
him,
There you
double
go.
him, triple him, do what you have to do. Sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And able
Come on,
to get
baby.
him down, but
Let's
he does
go.
reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. Hey, wait.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Check 31. Check 31.
Ready to go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
Ready,
Will they be able to
ready.
revert
Right there,
and fire out
54
and create
Mike.
some space in the run
I'm
game?
coming for you.
So
You
the ball
lie.
position down at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year.
There it is.
On their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him
Let's
about
go.
7
Let's do it.
yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we
The
go.
Bears offense
60
ready to go
outlaw.
for their next
go, here we
drive.
go.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they're looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
18
Bigger
Gator.
chunks. We'll see if they can
It's
get
our
the
time.
score.
It's our time,
After
guys.
the
It's our
incomplete
time.
pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Big River. Big River.
Here's Anderson to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. They can't corral him. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
It doesn't matter when you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And
Mike
now it's
55,
1st and
Mike
10. A
55.
big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard
baby.
line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we
Ready,
start
blue 80,
quarter number
blue
4.
80.
59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready to go.
Crash.
Play action.
Crash.
It's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon,
Sack
more
lunch,
often than
baby.
not, you'd say
Yum,
they've
yum,
had
yum,
his
yum.
number, and we can count them up so far. 1,
Down.
2,
Ready.
3,
Back 25.
4 sacks given
59.
up. But guess what?
coming.
He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah,
They
baby.
get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you
Get
want
ready,
to be
get
here
ready,
in case it does.
get ready.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty good playing an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
90 Wolf. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw
Mike is
zone in
59.
college,
Mike the 59.
and the defensive
Watch
backs
the call.
reacted.
Watch the call.
They don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
51. Sub. Get up.
Play action. Ryan. That's caught by Howard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown.
Hey, I'm right. Let's go.
Good job. Good job, baby. Ball game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Come on,
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Here we go, here we
Come up now
go.
on a second and long
yard.
after the
Guys,
hold.
pick it up. Hey, check. Mike, 50. 50.
Waiting for the gun.
Here I come. Here I come.
Get this into the hands of Bird.
Here I
And they're going
come.
to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28
Come on
yards
now,
there
let's
and
go.
give him a first down.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Check Mike 50.
Good. Watch the twist.
Ready.
To throw is Anderson, throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chicago.
Let's go.
So a
70,
first and 10
Indy.
upcoming
Look
from
at me.
Browns
Zipper.
territory now.
That's trash.
Right
That's
at
trash.
the 40.
5.
From the gun, Anderson. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them.
50,
You
50.
never want
Mike,
to give
50.
extra snaps
Watch
to
the
any
curl.
offense.
Watch the curl.
That's how you get
Two
hurt.
draw
So now
Porker.
2nd and 10 after
Check
the
out route.
incompletion
Hot,
on first
Let's
down.
go.
Anderson going to throw again. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll have it in
That's
the
it,
red
baby.
zone
We
before
gonna
he
work.
crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
10 Tucson.
50, Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me?
Get it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those
Let's go, D.
and in a hurry.
On first down. Lock up. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
There would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. They are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Anderson now. Back to the air on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check go. Now.
Back to throw. Anderson. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, that's a one just to move around after the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he stands out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And unable to break away. They stop a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. They were up double digits at halftime, and they just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
If I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
There's got to be something right now to stop this offense. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Mike,
Ready.
check.
Like 25.
59.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick. Going the other way.
On the double.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
I'm 6'6", bullet high.
Let's get
Right.
49, check 49, check 49.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Here's Anderson throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go together, man.
Players make big plays, dog.
Right.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And
Let's
the
go,
scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Ready, blue 80. Mike 25.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bandit. Bandit.
And they take a knee.
Ryan on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now.
Let's go,
3rd and
defense.
long.
Our time. This is our time.
Five, 25
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ryan on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.